Okay, perfect. So, Bliss, Love, and Lavender, welcome to Goddessy Coaching. I am your host, Nubia Kamisha Sade, Femininity Peak Performance Coach, and we have the beautiful G Armante, G, the
Yeah.
beauty genius, in the building. Today, we're going to be doing some Goddessy Coaching, which is a beautiful feminine way of saying hot seat coaching, where I coach her through whatever it is that she's working through. You get to see it live in real time. Well, as a recording, you get to see it live, and you can be able to grow and learn from watching these videos. If you are interested in learning how you can work with me on a personal level, feel free to follow me on Instagram. That's Nubia K Sade, Nubia K Sade. Exactly like how it sounds. Follow me
Mhm.
on there, send me a DM. Let me know what's going on in your world, and then we can talk further. So, today's Monday, beautiful day
Yay.
for motivation, evolution, and development. So, G, talk to
Yeah.
me. What are you feeling? What is the one thing you want to work on today's session?
Okay, so today is Moon Day, and so I'm really in my feminine energy vibe and just working through some things in regards to um having difficult conversations when it comes to exercising your boundaries and doing it in a way that's not harsh, doing it in a way that shows grace and compassion for the person on the receiving end, as well as for myself, most importantly, myself.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Having difficult conversations with people when you are evolving, which is something that you're going to always do. So,
Yes.
it's going to be a long life skill. Having difficult conversations when it's ascension time, it can feel uncomfortable because you want to always show up feminine, you want to show up graceful, you want to show up with understanding, but you also want to ensure you're getting took serious. So it's like, how do you balance wanting to ensure this person knows you say what you say, you're saying what you're saying, you're standing 10 toes down on it, but you
Mm-hmm.
also, it's no shade to them. It's no hard feelings. So it's completely understandable that that's something that you want to work on. Having difficult conversations is something that I actually enjoy doing. Um,
Yeah.
'Cause I tend to like to lean inward to the things that can feel difficult from a connection standpoint, because
Mm.
we can lean inward to those difficult times and feelings. We then become present in them, which means that we can work and navigate through them, and our emotions aren't fleeting. Our mind isn't going 2,500 miles per hour. Our body is present. We don't have the jitters. Our heart isn't beating. Our voice isn't shaking. We're present. And in that presence, it's not about perfection, and it's not about them saying exactly what you want them to say based on what you told them.
Right.
Right. And so I completely understand. So, let's talk about it. So, having difficult conversations, right? Usually it's when it's time to set boundaries, right? It's time to tell someone, hey, okay, I'm no longer going for this anymore, or this is how I want to be treated moving forward. And the beautiful thing about setting boundaries is like it gives a person the opportunity to say, yes, I'm in, or no, I'm out.
Right.
And that's the main thing that I want, everyone who's watching this, and I want you to take away that setting healthy boundaries is the opportunity for someone to say, yes, I'm in. Oh, I'm super down. I agree.
Right.
Or, you know what? Absolutely not. I don't agree. And the beautiful thing about that is that you can agree or disagree. Either way, my agreement is my agreement. It's this incredible saying I heard maybe a few years ago. And I think it's from this wonderful young man. His name's Kasudi. And he said, here's how to create your reality. Number one, make your agreements. And number two, find people who already agree with your agreements. Number three, create your reality. And it's so simple, right, to understand. And it's so simple to hear, but to understand it is to say, wow, if I have agreements that I agree with, Everyone doesn't have to agree, and that's completely fine. If they are a permanent person in my life, because sometimes it's family, sometimes it's people who are a little more permanent in our life that we're not just going to throw away, but we can adjust how we navigate our connections with them. So,
Right.
when having the difficult conversation, so here's what I would say. Number one, I'm going to give some practical steps and then we're going to do some role play, okay?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yes, yes. Because here's the thing, role play is the most, the closest thing to the conversation. Like the
Right.
closest you're going to get, and this is where we practice. And practice yields to feeling more confident. So,
Hmm.
all right. So, number one, when having a difficult conversation is to prime yourself, prime your own emotions, right? Prepare, even if, let's say, it's only for 60 seconds, like prime yourself and prepare yourself to actually speak. So, if you are really concerned with making sure that your words come across sweet like honey, put some honey on your tongue. That's always yes,
Hmm.
yeah, put some honey on your tongue. You can like not really say anything too harsh when your mouth tastes sweet.
Oh, look at this.
Honey on the tongue, honey on the tongue. So for
Okay.
me, I don't eat honey, but maple syrup is my jam. So I'll do a little teaspoon of maple syrup. And when your mouth is sweet, your words tend to be more sweet. Again, this isn't watering down. This isn't deflecting on how we feel. This is priming ourselves so that way we can keep and maintain this beautiful fluid nervous system while communicating whatever it is, no matter if it's something that's a little more deep or light or boundary or whatever it is. So, number one, prime yourself
I miss it.
with some sweetness in your mouth. And then number two, the next step is going to be detaching yourself from the person's response. And I know that's like the most challenging, right? Because it's like, well, what
Mhm.
are they going to say? And usually we have anxiety around what they're going to say afterwards. We want them to say what we want them to say. We want them to receive it how we want them to receive it. But if we detach ourselves from the outcome, then we can be able to go into it with a more calm nervous system. So detaching ourselves from the outcome to say, hey, no matter what the outcome is, it's really important that they know and they're aware of how I feel, despite what the outcome is. Number
Right.
three, starting with the end in mind. So this means that before having a conversation, have one intent, just one intent, not the perfect words,
Mhm.
but one intent. This takes all the weight off of saying the perfect words and making sure it's in order and all of these things. Even though sometimes scripts can actually help. I do have in some of my programs, I have scripts for women who need that support, right? Direction and guidance when having these conversations. But if you start with one intent to say, okay, I want from this conversation, what I want to express and what I want to get across is that this person can no longer call me after midnight.
Right.
Okay. At the end of the day, no matter how I say it, no matter, I want this person to know calling me after midnight is disrespectful in my world. So
Right.
starting with one intention, like starting with the end in mind, knowing by the end of this conversation,
They will
this
know.
is my intent and they will know.
Okay.
Okay.
Got
So this helps us to not beat around the bush. This also helps us to not be too forward, but this helps us to stay in this cadence of, okay, okay, how are you? I'm good. You know, a little small talk, whatever the case may be. And then from there, hey, the intention is going to remain what the intention is because I started with the intention in my mind before we had this conversation.
right. Right.
So starting with the intention and then four. This can be the last one. I'm sh sure there's ways we can drag it out, right? But what I would say is never, okay, I'm gonna write this down so I can send you these notes after. Never remix a person's answer or response.
Right. And I like how you repeat to people what they say to you. So it can never be like remixed. that's something that I'm like, I really think I need to take that. I feel if I start to repeat it back, people will start to like say, oh, this is where I'm coming from. This is what I'm saying. And they will become more aware.
Yeah. Because sometimes people lack awareness. Sometimes people just lack awareness. And here's the thing, we're all doing the best we can from our level of awareness. And this
Right.
is what increases that compassion because you're like, oh, this person is just literally not aware,
Mm-hmm.
right? For an
Mm-hmm.
example, if you express a boundary and a person's like, oh, you're cutting me off because da 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 da, da, right? You're cutting me off because of this. And it's something that you didn't even say.
Right.
Their way of getting their needs met and hurrying up to feel the pain of rejection is making assumptions. That's their way of getting their need met, right?
Right.
So we're all doing the best we can from our level of awareness with the tools that we have to get our needs met, you know? And so the repeating afterwards, repeating to ensure that I'm hearing exactly what I'm hearing, it does give a person a chance to be able to say, dang, do I even mean it?
And did I say that correctly? Exactly. Exactly. I just think that's brilliant. So I noticed from our first conversation, you did that. And I was just like, this is something that I grew out of, a habit that I grew out of. I feel that I had that habit somewhere down the line, but I grew out of it. But I think that it's something that's really needed, actually.
And it's super good because it keeps communication clear. And how I
Mm-hmm.
look at everything is like, okay, having a difficult conversation is something where it can strengthen my ability to communicate better, right? So it's
Right.
like really the more difficult conversations you have, the better communicator you become, you
Yes. And
know?
that's what that's exactly what I'm looking for. Because it's the difficult conversations that matter the most. And I don't like to have things kind of just like floating around.
Yeah.
Like, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. And I tend to have a really, I tend to do it better with like romantic situations when it comes to men. But as far as just like having those difficult conversations, and I noticed that. But like say if it comes to be like a friend or a family member, um difficult conversations are just like, they tend to like I tend to procrastinate on those.
So what are some things that go into your mind and some of the things that you hear in your mind when it's time to have those conversations?
I would say really it's intrusive. It's intrusive thoughts of just them, saying what they're saying and me in the moment, like remembering myself in that moment, just dissecting what they're saying. So it's like, did they mean it that way or did they mean it this way? So yeah, like I guess trying to clarify, like, did I hear that correctly? Did they really say that like that? Or, you know?
Yeah. Okay, okay. So in your mind, let's take for an example, there is an aunt that you want to tell her that, hey, auntie, moving forward, I don't like when you call me up to gossip. Okay? It's really out of alignment with where I'm going mentally and emotionally. It triggers a little bit of trauma, and I don't value gossiping.
Right.
Now, let's role play. Let's role play, right? So,
Oh,
mhm.
let me get my
Oh,
I'm
I
in,
loved it. Is that pink satin?
yeah, pink satin. You did say your vibe is like satin. And I was like, that was so funny because definitely pink satin.
Absolutely. So comfy. So I'm gonna be the aunt. I'm Aunt Rose. I'm Aunt Rose, and then you can be you, right? And the goal is, and the intent, I'm gonna give you the intent is for you to set the boundary that no more gossiping. Now, even though you know Aunt Rose, she's notorious in the family for gossiping. Like you've told her in the past before, you really didn't want to hear it, and y'all fell out about it. She like totally took it personal and started to insult you. Okay, but years have went by. And she
Okay.
slowly started gossiping again when she would talk with you. She would go from not talking about anything to then a few weeks later gossiping. And now it's been a couple of years since that last fallout. She's back gossiping, and it's really turning you off because she's interrupting your flow, taking you out of flow state. And you also still want to respect her because she's been there for you and she practically raised you, right? She was a big part of your life, but you're in a space where you're valuing your peace. And you know that gossiping and talking about other people's drama and trauma in a way where it's like shaming them, it doesn't support you in your life and it's not something you want to participate in anymore. And last time, she didn't understand it. She actually insulted you and hung up the phone. So now it's time to have the conversation. So I'm Aunt Rose,
Okay.
and you're going to go in and set the boundary, and we're just going to role play it. There's no perfect way of doing this. This is just all how you would handle it, and then we'll navigate through accordingly.
Okay.
Hey, G baby, how you doing?
Hey, Auntie. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm actually just sitting here getting some work done at home. And yeah.
You heard?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Girl, did you hear about I was calling you because, did you hear about Cece and them? Girl, I don't know what's going on, but girl, I heard her husband was, he got caught the other night at that bar with that girl, and I keep telling her to watch him, but girl, child, I don't know what's going on with them. And then her daughter girl is getting out of hand too. That's why I say that man ain't no good. That's why you can't trust these men, honey, and all that. And then she called me and she asked me that I know about it. I ain't know about it, girl, but I know all about it. You know about it.
Auntie, Aunt, Auntie, I'm gonna stop you there, Auntie. Oh my God, Auntie. Well, you want to know what? Honestly, it's good to know that you are out in these streets, getting all the tea. And some tea I really do appreciate. But you already know how I feel about that situation. We've been over this before, so you want to know what? I'm just gonna have to say God bless. And me personally, I'm I'm not into that. We had a conversation about that before. I know you got a little upset about it, but
But what you mean what you not into? I don't understand what you're saying. You're not into that. What you mean?
I'm not into other people's business like that. I got things to do. And
But
when
I'm
I'm on,
not being in their business either. I'm just saying, I can't believe that's happening.
oh, well, honestly, this is honestly just great news to be aware of for me personally. So I thank you for being the messenger. But what I'm also saying is that my peace is really important
But
to my.
how was that causing your peace? And that ain't even about you. That ain't even about you. That got nothing to do with you.
Auntie, look, listen, it don't got nothing to do.
All I'm saying, you would just act like you too good. You've been doing your makeup and you've been doing all these videos and things like that, and you just act like you forgot where you came from for real, G. I don't know what's gotten into you. You doing all this positive stuff, G. And I'm just saying, that's cool and all, but don't forget where you came from, and you just act like you better than me. And it's just feeling I'm getting that you just think you better than me when I raised you.
Oh, oh no, Auntie. I feel like we had this conversation before, Auntie. We had this
We
conversation
sure
before.
did. We sure did. We sure
Oh, have
did. And I
mercy.
hung up on you because you was coming out your mouth sideways and being disrespectful.
This sounds so realistic. Okay,
So real.
Auntie, Auntie, listen. You want to know what? I appreciate you. I respect you,
No, but you
obviously.
but you sounded very sarcastic right now.
But I am being sarcastic. You want to know why? Because I'm trying to get to the point where you understand that first of all, I'm a grown lady. I'm a grown
Yeah, but
woman
you think
with
you
a
better
problem.
than me. But you think you better than me.
Okay, now you're assuming that. When have I ever said that? When has that ever came out of my mouth?
No, G, but you already know how I get down. You already know how I do. You already know who I am. But you sitting up here talking about your peace and this and that as if I'm coming in your life and causing chaos and drama.
Do you okay? So chaos and drama. So I know how you is, right? I know how you is, right? And I know you love your monies. So how about me coming to your life every week or two asking you for can I borrow can I borrow $200? Can you give me $200? Would you feel how would you feel about that? How would you feel about it?
Well, G, I'm just saying, I get what you're saying and all that, but I just didn't know it was that big of a deal. I didn't know, like, you was taking it that serious. I was just telling you what was going on with Cece and them because I know that's your cousin.
Well, and guess what? I love y'all all, but what I will say is that drama and gossip it does not help. And again, I am running a business. I'm not working for nobody. My
Oh, but
piece
what you trying to say? Since
is
I work at Walmart, what you trying to say? You trying to say that
you
you
work
better
at Walmart,
because
Auntie?
I
Oh,
I picked me, you sure did pick up me a job.
okay. And congratulations, Auntie. Getting
Mhm,
that money. Getting that
mhm.
money.
But no, you're trying to be funny because you talking about you got your business and you think you better than me and you trying to act like you better than me, G. And I feel
Auntie,
it. I feel what you're trying to do.
you want to know what? If I'm being honest right now, as far as business and income, your Walmart check probably hit them better than mine right now. You want to know something? But that don't make me feel better or less than you. Okay, you're assuming off of what you value in a relationship, which is stress and chaos.
Oh, so now you saying
Value that.
now you saying I like stress and I like chaos and all of that. You know
I
what, G? You know what? Bye.
Oh, see you later, Auntie. I'll see you later.
All right,
What's
so we're gonna end it
up?
right
Yeah,
there. We're gonna
have
end it right
mercy. Why does that sound so familiar? So too well, too well right now.
Listen,
What?
G, I have worked with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women, and I also have so many personal experiences where that has been a thing. And so we usually see this in our family and sometimes even in friendship.
Mm-hmm.
So, first off, great job. Great job, maintaining your frequency and not going to the height of where she was, Auntie
Right,
Rose, and
right.
also you did communicate your boundary.
Yeah.
Communicate your boundary. And so, great job. You did a great job communicating what you don't want, right? What you don't want and you don't see valuable. You also did your best to shine light to her as far as what is valuable to her and showcasing that. There's nothing wrong that that's valuable to you, but that's valuable to you, right? So you did a good
Right.
job. And then you also did a good job with maintaining your cadence, right? You
Mhm.
were responsive, right? Instead of just overreacting, right?
Mhm.
So here's what we're gonna do now. You're gonna be Auntie Rose. I'm
Oh.
gonna role play, and I'm going to excuse me one moment.
Mhm.
Excuse me. I'm gonna condense the explaining to a minimum.
Okay.
And then we're just going to flow, right? We're going to flow, and I'm going to show you what a more like precise version of that is going to look and feel like. So you can be Auntie Rose. It can be the same type of vibe, energy, the same type of situation.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right.
Hey, Auntie.
Hi, G. What's up?
Hi. I am actually here operating my business, taking care of some emails. Very excited about what this week is going to bring for me. I'm feeling very motivated right now.
Ooh, I love that for you, Niecy Pooh. I was just calling real quick though. I was trying to let you know what's happening. Um, yeah, so they came over here and they was getting into it, and I'm sitting here. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's happening. But next thing I know, my table was flipped and everything is, the police is called and we got all it was a hot mess. And you want to know what that boy was cheating on that girl. You know your cousin Cece.
Hmm.
Her boyfriend was cheating on her, dogging her out.
Mm. Okay. Are you safe, Auntie?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You good? You good?
I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good.
All right, got you. Did you need anything specific from me?
No, I was really just calling to tell you, what's going on around these neck of the woods.
Okay, okay. Understood, understood. Well, I'm glad you're safe. And, I definitely wanted to make sure I was there for you in any situation that you were in, for sure. What I will say is Cece and what her family and them have going on, that's definitely unfortunate. What I'm
Mhm.
gonna do is I'm gonna just pray for them. I'm gonna pray for them. And then moving forward, I see a trend of them having issues, and then anyone else in the family who has issues, I see that you typically like to bring it to me. And I feel like you like to bring it to me because you want me aware so that way I can know what's going on in the family. And you know
Mhm.
what, Auntie? I know that you really, really care about me.
Mhm.
Is that correct?
Yes, yes, Nisi Poo. That's why I gotta call you up every.
Yeah. And you know what? You have actually taken out the time to raise me and you've been there for me. And I'm working on some incredible things that's going to make you very, very, very proud. What's definitely going to help me is to make sure I am not involved in anyone's drama or I'm even hearing it, Auntie, because I'm going to tell you what it does for me from a transparent perspective.
What does it do?
Yeah, it completely throws me off. And I be on this high vibrational frequency and it throws me off. And I know you're telling me so that way I can be aware. But what's going to help me and what's going to serve me in the season of my life right now is to be free from any drama or
Oh,
even hearing any drama. Auntie, I done turned off the news and everything.
you turning off the news, so you don't even know what's going on in the world. And you did. And I know you don't vote, so I mean, I don't know. I really don't know about that Nisi Poo, but I will say that the drummers is less of the drummers. I understand, but for you to say, knowing how our family is, that you don't want no parts of none of it when that's what our family gets into, it just makes me feel like you just want to exclude yourself. Like, yes, I care about you. And I raised you and everything. So that's why I don't understand why you feel like you better than our drama, our family drama.
Mhm. Yeah, I can definitely understand how you want me to be a part of it because you told me several times how I got this zen about me and peace about me that always brings peace to the conversations and the dynamics. So I can see how you want me a part of it. I definitely understand. But Auntie, the same zen and the same peace and the same reason why you really love me and you love being around me and you like to include me is because I maintain a sense of peace. And in order for me to maintain that sense of peace, I can't have chaos being brought up to me when I'm in the middle of cultivating and creating. And so I love our family. And I also
Chaos,
know
chaos. Oh, now it's drama and chaos. Oh no. Oh no. I know. Yeah, see, I don't know what y'all new age folk got going on, but yeah. Um, I was just trying to share a story with you. That's it.
a quick question for you, Auntie. Do you mind?
I don't mind. What's up?
Yeah, so here's what's important to me, right? For this 2025, for this year and moving forward, it's going to be about me being supported in my creative energy and in my business. I absolutely love and appreciate you. And I find it valuable when you call me to check in on me genuinely, right? I find that so valuable. What's going to support me is that when you call me and we connect, we leave family drama out and we really pay closer attention to our actual connection. And I'll be so happy to share with you the business and what I'm doing as well, if that interests you. But I mean, if not, I really value if we pay attention to our connection when you call me. So moving forward, that is what I deem to be valuable, and that does exclude any drama. Do you think that's something that you're interested in reference to moving forward?
Well, Nisi Pooh, yes, I'm interested in you and everything that you got going on. I was telling you that I was gonna come down there the other week, but some had ended up having at the house again, and I had to, handle things there. And you know, I'm interested. I'm interested, but I just can't promise that I'm gonna change just like overnight. This been my whole life. People been bringing drama to me my whole life. So just for me to just snap out of it like that, I wish I could, but um,
Okay, thank
and
you.
make promises.
I thank you for sharing that with me. So from what I'm hearing, you pretty much said yes, you're interested in us deepening our connection and removing drama so that way we can be able to like genuinely get closer. Is that what I'm hearing?
That is what you're hearing, Nisi Poo.
Okay, okay. And I also heard that you can't make any promises because sometimes we can just like get in our ways and how we are is how you are. I see, I've been knowing you for years, honey. I know exactly how you are. But moving forward, yeah. So moving forward, what I would say is if I do catch that or hear that from you, Auntie, what I am gonna do is I am going to bring it up and I am going to stop you in the middle of it just so that way we can be reminded of this boundary. We can be reminded of this new connection that we have going on because again, I value you. I value our connection. I value, what's important to you and I also value what's important to me and I know that this is going to really deepen our connection. So moving forward, being that we're removing the drama from our conversations, if it does come up, because I know you said you can't make any promises, I am going
Yeah.
to stop you immediately if you start to speak on that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, no, okay, Nisi Poo. I'm gonna get up on your speed. I'm gonna get up on your speed, and I'm gonna come, and I'm gonna really come and chill with you more, and I'm gonna, you know, really bring the real me. You wanna know what? The real me. Because now that you saying all this stuff and you using them big words and stuff like that, half of the stuff I don't even know what you're talking about. But you want to know what, Nisi Poo? I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna start getting on your frequency, like you said.
Mm. Auntie, that just made my day. That just made my day. I'm so happy that this is an alignment for you, and I'm happy that you can see my heart because I love you. I love you.
And I love you, Auntie. I love you, Nisi Poo. I love you. See where my mind at. And and I love you, Nisi Poo. And I just do want to say that you do make me proud. And I'm not always the first one to say it. And that could be something that I could work on, honestly, just as a person. Moving forward, even not even just with you, with other people, you do make me proud, and I could be more genuine about that. You inspire me, and since we always been so close, I compare and contrast a lot. So you want to know what this is sounding like something I can get into.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's so good to hear. I'm so happy to hear that. And you know what? I'm looking forward to how about we set up a call for next Monday and we just touch and agree and connect.
Yes, can we do that?
We can definitely do that. We can definitely do that. And you know what? I share some of my positive energy tea with you.
Yes. Yeah, okay. All
Okay.
right.
All right, and cut.
Good. Okay. That was good. I'm starting to get the hang of the role playing. I am. I like this. I like it.
So
Woo.
tell me, Auntie, Auntie through the call, excuse me, not, well, yeah, through the call, Auntie started to understand and really see herself without me pointing and saying, but you're this and you're that, and you're doing this and you're doing that, and or I'm this and I'm that and I'm this. I use the words I value. I
Yeah.
use the words deepen our connection.
Yes. I
I
see.
use all of these words to still stick with my intention. Don't bring me no drama. At the end
Hmm.
of the call, she still know, don't bring me no drama. And now she was able to raise her hand and say, I want to participate in not bringing you no drama. I want to say yes to deepening our connection because I
Yes.
know that I love you and I care about you. And I also know you don't play the drama.
Yes.
So
Oh.
now it's been times, G, and I'll tell you this, it's been times in even in my family. I've had, someone in my family, multiple people in my family who they're about the drama, but they know not to come to me with it. This
Mhm.
only started because I spoke up and I set the boundary in a way that included them versus excluding them. When you speak things in a way and set a boundary in a way that excludes a person, they automatically start to take it personally. And
Right.
especially if they love you and they care about you, they're going to be freaking pissed and probably insult you because
Mhm.
that's the tool that they have to, get the need met of feeling, right? Feeling like they're taking up for themselves.
Mhm.
So, yes.
Love this.
So, This this is where we start to ascend and understand, oh my goodness, I can actually use boundaries to deepen my connection with other people because then if I deepen this connection, you won't have to question if I'm on the other line ignoring you while you're yapping or if I'm on the other line really connecting with you, right? This makes things more valuable. This is now quality versus quantity.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that makes so much more sense. I feel perhaps I was not taught, boundaries as a way of deepening a relationship, especially because, people get so defensive and rightfully so if they're starting to feel, excluded. So I just love that whole conversation, that whole role play that we just did, and how I can use I value, I appreciate, deepen our and just really not being like, oh, you or me, make it more of like a team collaboration type of deal. I love that. Wow. That is a whole shift in the way that like I'm thinking. Because we want the life wants to work for us. It does. So we are given these opportunities to allow life to work, you know? Wow.
Okay.
Hmm. I like that.
Great job. Great, great job. So, let's do one more role play, okay?
Okay.
And this time it's going to be, you said that it's usually family. Okay, this time it's going to be friendship. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a homegirl who I've been knowing you for years. I've seen you transform. But because I, as your homegirl, right? Because I'm seeing you do the work and I'm feeling like you're going to surpass my success and you are going to start acting different. This means that I have to like dim your light and to kind of like put you back in your place because I see you're making more videos, all these things. So it's like now I'm feeling like because I want to stay like the successful friend, I'm feeling like I have to like put you back in your place. So we're gonna role play on that because this does happen a lot in
A
women's,
lot.
right?
Yes.
So we're gonna role play and you're going to handle this using, what you learned. You're going to handle this accordingly. So I am Titi. I'm Titi.
Okay.
Hey,
TT.
hey girl. What's up?
Hey T.
What's up, T? Not T, excuse me. What's up, G? So, girl, I seen you live the other day. I was like, oh shoot, look at G. Talk about her new business.
Oh, yes. I was like, what did you were you in there? Were you in there? I wasn't paying attention to the
I
live
mean,
chat.
I seen you. I seen you. I just didn't comment because, I just was doing other stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, next time, honey, you know you could drop in on me anytime. You know, I love seeing you and I appreciate your input. So
Yeah, yeah.
next time you might want to, I love
Yeah,
that.
I shot you. I do a comment to support your little business.
Ooh, my little business. Honey, child. Well, they say uh you take care of the little and what they say that in the Bible? You faithful over the little and God gives you more or bigger, whatever. So yeah,
Yeah, like me.
that's exactly like you. And you wanna know what? You inspire me so much. And
I know, I know. I be seeing you like copying of me sometime.
ain't nothing new under this sun. And you wanna know what? I know exactly what you're feeling right now. And I have felt that before too.
What you mean? What I'm
Mm.
feeling?
Anyways, how are you doing?
Uh-oh, it's breaking up a little bit. Let's
What
see.
you feeling? Yeah, honey. Yeah, you feel a little. So let me see if I can. Hold on. Is that better?
Okay, that's better.
That's better. Okay. How you feeling? Yes, you. Well, first of all, your energy was is very hostile, honey. I thought we was talking as
Hostile. What
homegirls,
you mean
so I know
hostile?
something must hostile. Like you're very sharp right now, Miss Thing.
What you mean sharp? I'm just saying, I'm just trying to shout you out. Like I see you doing your little business. I see that you're trying to do like your videos and everything like that. And I'm just trying to be a good friend, but I'm just letting you know, like, I mean, if you need help or something like that, you could definitely let me know because I'm successful. I have my PhD in MGHIJK elemental P, and
Oh,
like I've been clearing 100K months. And I mean, I wouldn't charge you for the information because I know you can't afford me. But
oh,
yeah.
oh, Miss Honey. Now that was a lot. That was a lot. I don't know.
What you mean that was a lot? But it's true though. It's true though, G. And I see, like you're trying to do your thing or whatever, and I feel that, but it's just like, just know, like I'm still that girl.
Oh, so what I do has is connected to you. Am I hearing that correctly?
No, but I'm just saying, I seen that you got the same Cartier bracelet that I had got, and I know you're inspired.
Oh, baby, that was a gift. That was a gift. So I definitely did not spend my money on that. Because I love getting gifts, and I get gifts.
I know
So
you love
I,
getting gifts, but what I'm saying is, G, at the end of the day, keep doing your thing, and I hope your little business
honey,
does
let's
well.
let's slow it down, honey. First of all, first first of all, this is a lot to unpack. Okay, let's
What you
start
mean
with
a
number.
lot to unpack?
It's a lot to unpack. Before you start your sentences, okay, let me finish mine. Okay, we don't have to start there because otherwise I'm not going to be able to have a conversation with you that is mature and respectful. So let's start there. Okay, does that work for you?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, all right. And then on top of that, I love how you value yourself and your services. And I see why it makes you 100K months, because this world is very much, you got to be a little snappy, a little bit doggy dog and masculine. And that's what I'm getting a little bit. You may not be trying to do that, and I understand, but what I have learned is that money and I guess you could say money. Money is a very low physical value in terms of energy exchange.
What you mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So money isn't everything, honey. If money was everything, the world would look better, wouldn't it?
no, I think money is like, I think when people say that, I think they just really be missing the fact that money makes you more comfortable and you can have more quality experiences with money. So I don't think money is everything, but
I agree.
definitely not hurting for nothing.
Okay, honey, I agree. I was not finished my sentence, and I love that you're so passionate about this. But if you're gonna keep on, not letting me finish my thoughts, then I don't understand how we're gonna be able to understand each other. Because I really want to understand you. You know what I'm saying? You've been in my life, and I value and I appreciate our friendship. And you wanna know what? I can see us working together, doing some things that are big, big. But for that to happen, the feng shui of the relationship has to be correct.
Feng shui. I mean, what you mean? You trying to use all these positive big old words like
Are you not like cracking up? Girl, you are so serious today. Are you not like cracking up at your okay? All right. I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna follow you. Positive big words. Okay. Yeah, I am in a space where I'm expanding and I feel very positive on a daily basis. And this is personally how my business is able to thrive off of my feminine energy and off of me feeling emotionally fulfilled. Um, I really appreciate that you have been watching my content, and I know you love seeing me grow and expand, and I know that you want to help. So, here's what we can do we can perhaps do like a girls' night. I know Valentine's coming up. Maybe we can do like a Galentine's and we can get like, I don't know, mood boards or vision boards, prayer boards, whatever you like to try, so that we can, first of all, bond. Because I'm feeling a little bit of, we need to deepen our connection because it seems that some lines have gotten crossed and I want to understand why. I want to see this through. So I'm thinking maybe a Galentine's if you don't have any plans. If you do, that's okay. Just let me know what your schedule's like.
I
And
got plans. I'm good. I'm gonna call you back.
oh,
All right, and we're gonna stop right there. Now, I know that was a handful.
that was a handful. Oh, have I ever had a friend like that? Have mercy. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't.
But you'll
That
be so surprised, and this is so good because you are ascending in business. You're growing.
yeah.
You never know. When you start to grow on levels, you'll see certain people showcase a little jealousy or a little bit of insecurity that they always had in them, but they never had a reason to bring it out towards you because they never maybe seen you in the full big potential that you're consistently ascending in,
Yes.
right? And so, good job. Good job.
Yes. Oh my God. That
I
was
know that
great.
was pretty intense because it's
That
like
was intense.
the shade.
The
But that's what
shade.
happens when like you're going in and you're having these conversations. You must be so detached from the conversation because people can literally curveball you, throw
Mm-hmm.
shade, insult you, hang up on
Manipulate.
you,
Yeah, all types.
manipulate you, gaslight you, claim that you're stealing things from the or biting off of their style or
Right.
you know
Right.
us as women, if we're not evolved, we can be super catty, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I wanted to give you that because that's another version of a difficult conversation, but from
Yes.
a friendship perspective. So a little bit of feedback I want to give you.
Okay.
Something that works really great with having difficult conversations is allowing a person to like get it out.
Vent. Basically vent.
Get it out. Not vent. I wouldn't say vent because
Okay.
when someone is venting, the space that you're creating for them is okay, permission, right? Permission to vent and get it out. And then there's almost like an agreement that, okay, this is a venting session,
Yeah, no, we're not
right?
doing
So for her, for an example, she had something to say, right? And because you're aware, you're paying attention, and you're studying her tonality, and you're listening actively. She's saying, "Oh, I've seen your live, and you're trying to grow your little business." It was just shade from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
There are words from the jump, right, that you can be able to hear. So apparently, she's immediately trying to dim your light. So what you want to do is, instead of trying to redirect the conversation into something like, "Oh, let's get together," or something like that, let's open that up, because maybe we don't even need to get together. Sometimes these conversations are to deepen connections if the energy is there, right? For example,
Mm,
your aunt, when she said, "Well, I really didn't mean no harm. I'm
right.
okay with trying to work on not gossiping so I can be in your life." So for her, she get the pass to proceed with boundaries. But for this friend, it's like, hold on, let me dig a little deeper to evaluate if I should even try to turn this conversation around, if I should even try to, cultivate a space where we can connect deeper. Let me just even vet this out real quick. And that's what allowing them to talk, really, that's where that come in at. And sometimes if they're doing like the quick in the beginning, I wasn't over like speaking, I was throwing shots. And so
Right.
that, in that case, you want to use that as a signal to open up the conversation. "Oh, my little business." Okay, so what you're saying is, okay, you see me on live and you see me talking about my new program that I'm doing for makeup. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's
Ah,
what I'm saying. Okay, got you. And I mean, how do you feel about that? Because it's some tea, it's some shade. So I,
right.
I want to let me provide you a stage for you
Okay.
to say what you need to say. Because you're trying to say something, but it's very,
Right.
let me
It's
provide you with that stage. Oh, okay, so you said that. You said that. You see me trying to promote my little business. Okay, got you. Oh, so you're saying you see me on live talking about my new makeup product. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay, and I mean, how do you feel about that?
oh, I like that. Ooh,
How
I
do you
like
feel? Like, provide her with the space and the stage. Oh, how do you feel about that? Oh, I think it's cute because I know that I used to do, I did that 40 years ago, and that's how I made my first $1 million. Right? And then you can open it up a little bit more. Okay, you did that 40 years ago. Got you. And so you can hint and you can feel her trying to keep herself on a pedestal, so that way you know that she's the more successful friend. Right? And so
Mhm.
this is opening up the conversation to see, okay, what exactly is it that because she called me, so she's calling me with an intention. And
Mm.
I want to find out what her real intention is. Is it that she want me to get in my place? Is it that she want me to see is it that she want me to know that she sees me? Like, what is it that she wants me to know? And if she's hinting around, because a lot of us women, we're not good at having difficult conversations. She's not just gonna come out and say, "Hey, by the way, I'm a little intimidated because you're reaching a point where you're starting to see success, and I want to make sure I'm the most successful friend." Nobody's ever gonna come out and say that. No
Right.
friend is ever going to admit their jealousy. It's going to come through passive aggression. It's going to come through throwing shade. It's going to come through maybe distancing themselves for a very long time. So
Right.
if she's coming to you and she's having this conversation, she's throwing the shade, open up the space for her, let her talk, ask her these probing questions of who, what, when, where, why, open-ended questions. How do you feel about that? Create this space for it. So you can really get down to you want to come, your intention was to come throw shade. I'm about to give you a whole stage. Do your thing so that way I can determine if you're supposed to be in my life right now in this season anyway.
Ooh. Now I like that. I really do like that. Okay. My friends, sometimes I can look at them sort of like as family, right? So perhaps like friends, like connections are very serious to me. So it's like a certain responsibility that I take on in connections. So, ooh, this, that. is a challenge. That is a challenge right there. I will say that I don't, for that reason, I don't have a lot of female, well, not female, but women friends for that reason, because I need to see that you are an integrous being. But things shift and change all the time. So difficult conversations may need to be had, and that is a really interesting way to give someone the stage and let them, you know, show what they're really about, because we have stages in our lives as well. So, like, what are you like at this stage, Now that I'm at this level, like, what are you like, Oh, interesting. I like this.
It can shift and it can change and it will. It will.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important for you to even know how to navigate through that when it does change, because it can change, and I'm affirming and hoping for the best, but also you're going to be equipped for the navigation if it needs to be something that's vetted out, or if it needs to be something that's put to a pause or an end or a stop,
Mm-hmm. Mm, I like that.
you know? And then on the flip side, if you take on more of the leadership role in your friendship, or the mother role, or you are that successful light in your friend group,
Mhm.
you tend to be maybe the most empathetic. You tend to be able to really hold space for your friends. And maybe you get to a point where you feel like, okay, I want someone who can be able to hold that space for me in my life right now. Or you get to a space where you're like, you know what? This friend has been having this same relationship issue for 10 years. And she comes to me when he's doing wrong and emotionally vomits all over me and dumps all over me.
Right.
But then when I'm giving her the advice to move forward and to be able to grow and ascend, she's not taking it. But then when they're doing good, I don't hear from her.
Right. Exactly.
So it's like that's a different type of perspective and way you would approach that situation. So you see how there's
Mm.
different rhythms, right? But it's the same, okay, what is the intent? What do I want this person to know, do, think, or what is the afterwards? What's completely not happening anymore? You
Mm.
don't know what's if they're going to say yes or no, but you know for a fact, no matter if they say yes, I'm in, or no, I'm out, you know for a fact, Auntie's not calling you with drama anymore. No matter if she said yes to it or no to it, you know that's over. With this friend, for an example, if you were to set the healthy boundary that number one, you don't call my business little, and then number two, you don't passively throw shade because I caught it.
Right.
Right? No matter if she hung up the phone or didn't agree or tried to gaslight, you know at the end of this conversation, there's something that's absolutely not going to happen anymore.
I like this. Wow.
So give
Wow.
it up for you. Give it up for you.
Gosh. Yeah, those were tough. That was a little bit, but I'm glad. Okay, so this also shows me my progress because throughout like even difficult conversations in real life, I have been able to maintain my emotional balance and my own like emotional space. So I'm gonna definitely give it up for myself
Mhm.
for that. That that was something that I struggled with, like obviously in my adolescent years. So I feel like I'm in pretty good shape and I'm able to, remain neutral and still get the job done, you know, get the job done.
That's
Now,
wow.
to get the job done, just like precisely here, doing, yeah, yes.
Great job.
Mhm.
Great job. Great job. So, so the feedback, get the job done, right?
Yes.
Give them a space to get it all out. If you sense, this is where your intuition is going to come in at. If you intuitively feel like, okay, they need some space right now to say something. That's where you put on your intuitive gears if you hear something
Okay, like
going
a
on, if you hear
okay,
something in the voice and you pay attention, you
yes.
actively listen, give them the space to get it all out.
Okay.
Number two, listen all the way, almost to the point where they have to ask you, "Hey, are you still there?"
Okay.
Sometimes we like to interrupt and say, "Oh, oh, 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 oh," right?
Yeah.
But if you listen all the way, it allows them to get it all out. And then one more thing I would say is to stay away from telling a person how they're acting because it's very arguable. You can say I'm acting hostile, but I could just not think that way. You could
Hmm.
say I'm acting masculine. I could totally take that into a different context and like start to now argue with you about you calling me names. So stay
Right.
away from telling a person acting. What you can say and you can talk about is how you feel. From what I'm feeling, I'm getting this like weird feel
Hmm.
that there's like some energy, and I just want to provide you with this space. Now share with me anything you feel. Mhm. Now, what I'm feeling from you, right? What I'm hearing from you is this, right? You repeat, and then that makes me feel inside of my body. It's like this turning sensation of like there needs to be a deeper conversation. That's not arguable. I can't tell you what you feel inside of your body. I can't tell you what you feel.
Oh.
So I would say that. So those are the notes that I have for you, darling. I want to know any questions. Tell me your feedback. How are you feeling? Yeah.
So right now, I'm definitely feeling like I have gained clarity. Sorry if you can. Is that too loud? Can you hear
Fine.
me still?
Fine.
Okay. I definitely feel that I have gained some clarity on how past situations have gone and why they may have gone that way. And that I think that's yeah, I think that's comforting. That's very comforting. Now I can kind of see, oh, maybe this is what this person was saying and things like that. And but my feelings are still like valid about situations. But I could lean more into my feelings instead of trying to be not trying, but if you get me out of like that comfortable vibe that I bring off, which is my Cancer energy. I have a Cancer rising, and then you get me into like my Virgo sun. You're gonna like, I'm gonna be very logical and analytical about like dissecting because I feel like if you're gonna be dissecting me, honey, well, let's really talk about it. But that's perhaps not the most. That's
I
not the
will
most.
say this. I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I'm a Cancer rising too. Mhm.
Ooh,
Aquarius, no, but Cancer rising.
I
So I
love.
completely know what it's like to lean and work to that mothering, nurturing, emotional space and
Mhm,
container.
mhm.
Person can never do anything to make you do anything. It's up to you to choose how to navigate through things. So, for an example, if I'm leaning inward to someone with my heart and my Cancer energy, and
Mhm.
I apparently catch that, okay, let me put my Aquarius hat on real quick.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't mean that they are doing this to me or they're attacking me. It means that, guess what? New set of glasses, new perspective shift. Okay. Okay, I'm dealing with you and I'm dealing with your emotions and I'm trying to work with you through your emotions. Okay, but you just thrown a lot of shade. Okay, let me put my Aquarius glasses on to look at the situation and see, okay, maybe right now you don't need to vent. Maybe I need to open up a space for you to perform and to do your thing.
Oh.
Maybe I need to actually logically determine if you're really the same friend that I fell in love with.
Right.
right? So
Right.
it's never like a person, never look at it as a person pushing you to, okay, so now I gotta get, now I gotta get Virgo, or now I gotta get, Aquarius, or now I gotta get Aries. It's like, no, let me put on a new perspective and provide you with what you need for me to get my needs met, to see, okay, are you the friend that thought you were? Or
Yes.
let me put on this lens to do XYZ, so that way you can show me, or you can tell me from me asking you the open-ended questions, where you
Mhm.
can't run, you can't hide, you can't be passive aggressive, you cannot deflect. You're going to answer the question because
Right.
of the way I framed it. You have no choice but to tell me the truth.
Right. Right.
When I asked you, how do you feel about my business launch? Now you had the opportunity to tell me how you really feel. Well, I just feel like that's what you really wanted to say.
Yes. Yes.
You're doing amazing. Great job. Great job. This was incredible. Okay. Tell me, let's say, give me 3 words of how you felt about difficult conversations before this role play. And now give me 3 words about how you feel now after doing this role play about difficult conversations.
Okay. Before I felt it was
Hold on one
complicated.
second.
Yeah, they're getting really loud. Let me see. They're doing some
Some
land.
type of grass work.
Some, yeah. Let me try and move away from the window. Just do that one. Okay. Let's see. Oof, that should be a little bit better. Okay, so I felt that it was complicated. I felt it was tricky, and I felt that it was complicated, tricky. I guess you could say, like I guess unstable. Like, but now I'm feeling like clarity. Um, I'm feeling more precision, and can I say like yeah, I can say understanding. I'll definitely need some more practice, but understanding it.
Good. You're making progress. You're making progress. Great job. Great job.
Thank
So
you.
amazing. This has been another episode of Goddess Seat Coaching. G did an amazing job. In the comment section, big her up. Tell her that she's doing amazing. Let her know that her progress is progressing. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Okay. Comment section. Did you resonate with any of these conversations? Have you ever had any of these experiences before? If so, let me know in the comment section. I want to hear from you. I will read your comment. I will respond as well. And again, if you are interested in working with me, go ahead on and visit me on my Instagram, Nubia K Sade. Send me a DM. I talk back. I write you all blessings, and we'll be talking with you very, very soon. See you on the
Thank
next
you.
Goddess Seat Coaching.